There are moments when life feels like a pause between pages. The last chapter has ended, but the next has not yet begun. You may feel uncertain, reflective, or quietly hopeful without fully understanding why. This message invites reflection for anyone standing in that in-between space where something feels ready to change, even if nothing has shifted on the surface yet. God is reminding you that new chapters rarely begin with noise. They begin with awareness, a gentle sense that the old way of being no longer fits, a growing recognition that your heart is asking for something deeper, calmer, and more aligned. You may feel a subtle restlessness, not from dissatisfaction, but from readiness. This season suggests that you are not being pushed forward, you are being prepared. Preparation often feels slow because it happens internally first. Thoughts are re-examined, priorities are clarified, old fears are softened. These quiet shifts are not delays, they are foundations. You may look back at what you've been through and wonder why certain doors closed or plans changed. Reflection helps you see that those endings were not failures. They were conclusions, and every conclusion creates space for something new to enter. God is reminding you that you do not need to force the next chapter open. Doors open naturally when the timing is right and when you are ready to walk through them with clarity rather than fear. Readiness is not perfection, it is willingness. You might feel tempted to rush ahead just to escape uncertainty. But uncertainty can be sacred. It strips away assumptions and invites trust. This message encourages you to stay present, to listen carefully to what your life is gently revealing. A new chapter does not mean everything will suddenly feel easy. It means you will step forward with greater understanding of yourself, with lessons learned, with a quieter strength than before. As you stand here, take comfort in this. God is reminding you that beginnings do not require loud announcements. They begin the moment your heart becomes open to change. Before a new chapter can truly begin, something often needs to be released, not with bitterness, but with gratitude and clarity. This season suggests that you are being invited to let go, not because what you carried was wrong, but because it has completed its purpose. You may still be holding on to old expectations, past versions of yourself, or outcomes that never arrived. Holding on can feel safe even when it is heavy, but God is reminding you that growth requires space, and space is created through release. Letting go is not forgetting. It is honoring what was while choosing not to live there anymore. You are allowed to move forward without carrying every memory as a burden. Some lessons stay with you. Some weights do not need to. You may notice a desire to simplify fewer distractions, fewer emotional entanglements, fewer commitments that drain you. This is not withdrawal, it is discernment. This message invites reflection on what truly nourishes your peace. There may also be relationships or patterns that feel familiar but no longer aligned. Releasing them can feel uncomfortable, even lonely at first. Yet God is reminding you that alignment often feels quiet before it feels fulfilling. This process does not demand haste. Release happens gently, in layers. Each layer removed creates a little more clarity, a little more freedom. You are not losing parts of yourself. You are uncovering what has always been essential. A new chapter asks a simple but powerful question. What are you ready to stop carrying? Not out of resentment, but out of respect for who you are becoming. As you release, trust that what belongs with you will remain, and what doesn't will fade naturally. God is reminding you that nothing meant for your next chapter will require you to cling tightly in fear. Readiness is often misunderstood as having everything figured out. But this season suggests something different. Readiness is calm acceptance of not knowing everything and moving forward anyway with trust and intention. You may feel pressure to make the right choices, to avoid mistakes, to get everything perfectly aligned before you begin again. Yet God is reminding you that growth does not come from certainty. It comes from sincerity. This message invites reflection on how far you've already come. The awareness you carry now was shaped through experience. The wisdom you hold was earned through patience and resilience. You are more prepared than you realize. A new chapter does not erase uncertainty, it reframes it. Instead of seeing uncertainty as a threat, you begin to see it as possibility. Possibility allows room for learning, adaptation, and grace. You may feel small hesitations, rising old fears reminding you of past disappointments. Acknowledge them gently. Fear does not mean stop. It means slow down and listen. God is reminding you that courage is not the absence of fear, but the presence of trust alongside it. There is no need to rush clarity. Clarity unfolds through movement, not before it. Small, thoughtful steps create momentum without pressure. This season suggests that your role is not to control outcomes, but to stay open and responsive. Life often reveals direction only after you begin walking. Trust that you are allowed to begin again imperfectly. God is reminding you that beginnings are honored not for their precision, but for their honesty. As a new chapter approaches, you may notice a shift in how you carry yourself. Less urgency, more awareness, a quieter confidence that does not need constant reassurance. This is not coincidence. This is inner alignment. God is reminding you that faith does not always feel bold. Often, it feels steady. It shows up as consistency, patience, and peace rather than dramatic emotion. You may still have questions about where this new chapter leads. That's okay. Faith does not demand full visibility of the path. It invites you to trust the next step. This message encourages you to move forward with presence rather than prediction. Be attentive to what feels grounded and life-giving. Let peace be your guide, not pressure. You may notice that your values are clearer now. You know what you are willing to accept and what you are not. Boundaries feel less like walls and more like wisdom. This clarity is a sign of growth. God is reminding you that you are not starting from nothing. You are starting from experience, from insight, from a deeper understanding of yourself. Quiet faith does not seek validation. It rests in alignment, and alignment creates stability even when circumstances are still unfolding. As you walk forward, allow yourself to move at a pace that feels honest. You do not need to prove anything. This chapter is about becoming rooted, not rushed. As this message gently concludes, take a moment to breathe and reflect. A new chapter is not something to fear. It is something to welcome with patience, openness, and calm expectation. God is reminding you that beginnings are not measured by how dramatic they feel, but by how peaceful they become over time. Peace is often the first sign that you are moving in the right direction. You may still feel moments of hesitation. Let them pass without judgment. Growth does not require constant confidence. It requires willingness to continue. This season suggests that what lies ahead will meet you gradually. You are not expected to arrive all at once. Each step will reveal what the next requires. Carry with you the understanding that you are supported, even in quiet ways. Guidance does not always come as answers. Sometimes it comes as steadiness. You are not leaving everything behind. You are carrying forward what matters most: wisdom, compassion, resilience, and hope. As you welcome this new chapter, do so gently, with trust rather than urgency, with faith that unfolds slowly and surely. God is reminding you that every chapter has meaning, and this one is beginning with intention, clarity, and peace.